Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host. Today, we're diving into The Untethered Soul, The Journey Beyond Yourself by MichaelASinger, first published in 2007. This profound book explores how we can free ourselves from the limitations of our thoughts, emotions, and ego to discover inner peace and live a more liberated, fulfilling life. Let's explore the key ideas and insights so you'll feel like you've read it cover to cover. The Untethered Soul begins by asking a fundamental question. Who are you? MichaelASinger encourages readers to step back from their constant stream of thoughts and emotions and recognize that they are not their mind. Instead, we are the observer of our thoughts, the consciousness behind all the mental activity. By understanding this distinction, Singer invites us to take the first step toward untethering ourselves from the mental chatter that often dominates our lives. One of the key concepts in the book is mindfulness, the practice of observing our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. Singer explains that most of us live our lives trapped in an endless cycle of mental activity, reacting to every thought and emotion as if they were real. However, by cultivating mindfulness, we can learn to watch these thoughts and emotions pass by, like clouds in the sky, without becoming entangled in them. This practice of non-attachment is central to the process of freeing ourselves from the inner turmoil created by our minds. Singer also introduces the concept of the inner voice, which he refers to as the incessant mental dialogue that runs in the background of our consciousness. This voice often criticizes, judges, and creates anxiety, keeping us trapped in a state of fear or dissatisfaction. According to Singer, the key to inner peace is learning to quiet this inner voice and recognize that it is not you. By becoming aware of the constant mental commentary and choosing not to engage with it, we can experience greater clarity and tranquility. Another major theme of The Untethered Soul is the idea of letting go. Singer argues that much of our suffering comes from clinging to past experiences, holding on to emotional pain, and resisting the natural flow of life. He encourages readers to release their attachment to these emotions and to allow life to unfold without resistance. Letting go means surrendering to the present moment and trusting that things will work out as they should, even if they don't go according to our expectations. Singer describes the heart as the center of our emotional experience and emphasizes the importance of keeping it open. He explains that many of us close our hearts in response to painful or uncomfortable experiences, creating walls that protect us from future hurt. However, this emotional closure also prevents us from fully experiencing life, love, and joy. Singer encourages readers to keep their hearts open, even in the face of pain, by allowing emotions to flow through them without resistance. This openness leads to greater emotional freedom and a deeper connection with the world around us. The book also explores the concept of energy flow within the body. Singer explains that our emotional experiences create energy patterns, and when we resist or suppress these emotions, the energy gets trapped within us, causing blockages. These blockages can manifest as anxiety, stress, or physical tension. To free ourselves from these blockages, we must allow the energy to flow freely by embracing our emotions rather than resisting them. This practice not only leads to emotional healing, but also to a greater sense of vitality and well-being. One of the central messages of The Untethered Soul is the importance of living in the present moment. Singer explains that much of our suffering comes from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, both of which take us out of the present. He encourages readers to practice mindfulness and bring their awareness back to the present moment, where true peace resides. By staying present, we can experience life more fully and avoid being consumed by the mind's endless concerns and distractions. Singer also delves into the concept of the ego, which he describes as the part of us that seeks control, validation, and security through external circumstances. The ego is responsible for much of our fear and dissatisfaction because it constantly wants more success, more approval, more comfort. However, Singer argues that true happiness comes not from satisfying the ego's desires, but from transcending the ego altogether. By recognizing that our true self is beyond the ego and its attachments, we can experience a deeper sense of freedom and contentment. The book concludes with an exploration of spiritual freedom, the ultimate goal of the untethered soul. Singer explains that as we let go of our attachments to thoughts, emotions, and the ego, we begin to experience life from a higher perspective. This spiritual awakening allows us to see ourselves as part of something greater than our individual identities, connecting us to the universal flow of life. In this state of freedom, we are no longer bound by fear or limitation, and we can live with a sense of peace, joy, and purpose. In summary, The Untethered Soul, The Journey Beyond Yourself by Michael is a powerful guide to inner peace and spiritual awakening. Through practices like mindfulness, letting go, and living in the present moment, Singer shows readers how to free themselves from the mental and emotional burdens that hold them back. By recognizing that we are not our thoughts or emotions, but the consciousness behind them, we can experience a deeper sense of freedom and live more fully. This book is an inspiring call to break free from the limitations of the mind and embrace the boundless potential of the soul. Thank you for tuning in to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. If you enjoyed this summary, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy reading.